Hello Inkies, and welcome to another Create with me. Now I only pop in now and again for this because I know that a lot of this stuff is very straightforward, especially in this stage where I'm just lining some of your collage sheet elements that I'm going to be working on in some of the video. I'm using some Copic multi-liners in various colors. I think this is like a brown, but I wanted to get them all lined up so that I could scan them so you got them in black and white, and then I start to color them. So normally if I am not giving them to you in black and white, I would go straight in with color and then decide if I wanted to line them or not. But because I know you guys adore changing them and altering them and coloring them yourselves, line work has to happen first in order for me to get a nice clean image to scan and make black and white for you. I am working in my render sketchbook, the large one, not the tiny one that I got in, I made a mistake with, but the tiny one, and my head gets in the way there. You can see that pink, crazy pinkness, and that's because when I line stuff, I like to get really close to my work, and when I'm filming it, I have to remember to keep my giant noggin out of the screen, but sometimes it just gets in there when I am trying really hard not to get my head in the way. But I am just lining them, and then I will come back and Copic marker a couple of them, not all of them, because I decided that I wasn't really feeling it, and because this is a Create with me, I do end up doing a bit of a journal with me at the same time. I was going to do some watercoloring, but I just wasn't feeling it, so I was just going with the flow and just enjoying myself by creating.
I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you because now I see we were meant to be. Acting stupid, cause all we had was us. If I close my eyes and think about us, I can see the person I know I should be. Cause honestly, I don't have no time to waste. I'm trying to come back to you because now I see we were meant to be.
Now with this element, I'm actually leaving the red pencil in the sketch. So that means that when you get it in your collage sheet, she will have that red hue to her. And that's just because I really liked how it looked and didn't want to remove the red. I could have if I wanted to, but I just liked how she looked. So the red stays, so you'll get her, you can tint her still, because it's a very neutral color, and the red will blend in with whatever colors you pick. But I just like that sketchy look of the pencil against the watercolor paper. I kind of really adore that sort of textured bit, and you'll probably see me watercolor some of these in the studio vlog coming up next week. So don't worry, you will get to see these watercolored, but I just wasn't feeling it at the time. So I grabbed all my green pens, or a majority of my green pens out, and I'm just testing them to see which colors I like the look of. And I do this a lot. I will put pens to the side of me. The left side I think the left hand side was I don't want to use them, and the right hand side became their contenders. So I always do that when I'm trying to figure out colors, and especially with the greens, because I don't actually use green all that much. So I always need to test out my greens to figure out which colors I wanted for which. And I will probably have a few more plant drawings this month, because I know there's quite a few plant girls, plant mums I should say, in the group, and this was a kind of a take on the plant drawing I did a while ago, and I had Amy ask for it, and because I wasn't a big fan of the original guy, I thought I would put this guy in an updated version instead. But I definitely will come and do a few more little plant people or plant faces. I really enjoy how they look, and I really like this colorway with sort of the bandit eyes. I love putting like masks on my stuff, but yeah, I really enjoy how the little plant guy turned out.
Hey, I was hoping you would stay, but I've always known you would go find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, feel the wind and watch the river run, and the sun would always shine. When we sat there, you and I, the river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're, river's gonna cry when you're, river's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. River's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. Hey, I heard you want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today, and I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade, feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
Just coming in with a Holbein brown pencil, just sort of darken up the eyes around there, and then I think I give her dark lips, and I'm unsure about that move, but it's done now, don't have a choice. But I really like adding pencils to some of my Copic marker drawings. They just help sort of add some depth. And then I put a purple line underneath her neck, and then I decided it was too dark, so I just turned that into a design feature. You always see me make mistakes all the time, and I find a way to cover them up so they don't become mistakes, they just become really pretty design features. And I'm just using the white gel pen to add some little sparks into her hair and to add a little design on her t-shirt. I quite like how this little love turned out, especially with her little pink to orange ombre. And this guy I'm not quite sure on, and you'll hear me talk a little bit about it at the end of the video. I wasn't happy with the colorway I chose for him, and then I tried to alter it, and I'm still not happy. That's just a spoiler alert for you. Yeah, not really 100% happy on the colors I chose, but what can you do but keep on trucking.
Try to spread
So now it is time to work on a journal with me, or a part of a journal with me. If you didn't know, I headed into the city a couple of weekends ago to go see the lovely Jane Davenport with her book release at Kinokuniya. And of course I took my two main women with me, Sam and Sian. They are my favorite people, and we were definitely in need of a girls weekend. I actually almost didn't get to go because my babysitter fell through, but I managed to get my in-laws to take care of my little teacup human so that I could go kid free. The girls told me to bring the kids with me if I had to. That's how desperate we were for a girls' day. But it didn't have to be that way, which I'm really glad, because by that time hubby had been away for a week and a bit, and I was feeling very cabin feverish. But I am just playing around with photographs. So these two photographs are of me and hubby, obviously, but I asked hubby to take a selfie for me on the day that I went to town, and he sent me this lovely picture of himself. He's very obedient with the selfies, and so he asked me to send one back. So that was mine and his little dorky romantic selfies. I know you could vomit with the amount of romance in my relationship, long distance, and I'm just backing them onto some Jane Davenport scrapbook paper. And I think the background, oh, I didn't actually get that photo onto that spread. I took a photo of Sian standing in front of the Lady and the Unicorn. Some of them had descriptions, and we were laughing because we were all trying to get a picture of the actual description, and then Sian went smack bang in the middle of the shot, so I decided to take a shot of her anyway, and it turns out to be one of her favorite pictures. So I've added that there, and there's the little selfie with Jane. And I fiddle a lot with this spread, and it's because I want so many things, so many colors. I want everything to be seen, so there's a lot of moving, a lot of altering, a lot of trial and error, and that's kind of my favorite part of the entire thing. And because Jane signed my journal, she used a Sharpie, it meant that it bled through my other page, so I knew I had to put something there. So I actually put my favorite tapestry from the Lady and the Unicorn on that page, which is what we went and saw after we saw Jane. We went and goodness me, gone blank. We went to the New South Wales Art Gallery, and Sian had booked us tickets to go see these, and they were stunning and so worth it. Like I said, I must admit I didn't know heaps about it, but Sian was like truly into it. She knew all about it beforehand. So off we went, all three, and I'm super glad that we did. Actually, fun fact, seeing Frida Kahlo was the first time I actually met Sian, and we went to the art gallery. I met lovely Amy as well, but that was the first time I actually met her, and it feels like a lifetime ago now. But yeah, so it was a nice little trip down memory lane. And as you know, I like to cut my photographs to sort of back them onto funky papers. It's a way for them to be a bit more me, a bit more funky. So I really enjoyed the puzzle aspect to this. I was getting frustrated, but I do like a challenge, and this always is a challenge to try and find how I'm going to fit the pieces together. How is everything going to work together? That is the beauty and the fun of some of these journal pages, especially since there was no drawing involved so far in this thread. I mean, in this spread, I should say. So I like to try and do spreads in my journal like this, especially for the inkies who feel intimidated by the whole drawing aspect. So this has no drawing in it currently. It may change in the studio vlog. I do not actually finish the pages on camera, but so far there is no drawing, so it's just me playing with collage sheet elements, photographs, and just trying to fit it all in together.
Tomorrow, there's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well,
As I'm editing this, I am now realizing that there is a massive little black half circle in the corner of the frame. That is actually my daylight lamp. I must have knocked it when I put my SD card back into my camera and got it into shot, and I'm pretty sure I move it out of shot soon, but I apologize. This is what happens when you work really late at night and you've got no natural light whatsoever. You have to pull out your daylight lamp, and I hate using this thing because I don't like how it is a really harsh light against my journal spreads, but I'm pretty sure I move it. But oh god, I'm so mad at myself for having it in frame, because hubby positioned it so that it wouldn't be in frame, but I've changed battery and SD card, so I must have knocked it in the process, and I'm such a dork for not realizing it now. So please forgive me for my stupid daylight lamp.
It's a good day to live. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today, and I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken. Take this weight off my shoulders, cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. the thought in your head. Give me a moment to forget you. You've got it all figured out now.
Okay, I'm gonna have a little chat and work a little bit more on this spread. It is late Friday night, so trying to get all my things done at the same time. Hubby's asleep at the moment having a power nap because he is jet lagged, so I thought I'd just have a little chat while I worked on this, since it's not quite finished, and I didn't get all my colouring in done because I wasn't feeling it, so I moved on to working in my journal. If you can hear the air conditioner in the background, it is super cold at the moment, and I refuse to turn it off because I am freezing. So we had a lovely time in the city, visiting Jane and hanging out together, and I really like how the spread's coming along. I always love my spreads with the girls. They're always bright and colourful, and I just, some of my favourite spreads are with them. So I'm just working out what I want to do, and I know that there needs some colour and stuff like that, but I'm not quite sure if I want to do that tonight because I'll have to dry it with the heat gun, and my two bubbies are in bed. Well, 3 if you include hubby as a bubby. But I think I want to put this down here. But I am looking forward to finishing this journal. I still have quite a ways to go, but I feel like it's finishing up quite fast. Like sometimes I feel like I drag myself through a journal, but this one hasn't felt like that. And these stickers that I got from the museum, look at that, like there's literally, I'm glad I didn't pay the full price for those damn stickers because they're crappy, so I'm gonna have to glue that down. I think I might cut this flower out. I've enjoyed using the collage pieces for different things. I always like to try and include bits of the collage sheets so that you guys can have a look at how I would use them, and I always tend to use the backgrounds the most. Backgrounds are my favorite. I get the most use out of the backgrounds, and you guys know that's probably why I include them in the collage sheets so much, because I get heaps of use out of them. They're so versatile. You can cut them up, you can create shapes. I actually like the idea of making like collaged clouds for above the art gallery, but I just couldn't make the shapes that I wanted. I had a lot of chatting around me, and John was asking me questions as I was trying to film. All this, we've got a problem with our hot water system at the moment. We've had a problem with it for a while, and we sent an email about it, and the owner actually turned up and said, oh no, you just need to do this and it will sort itself out. It just needs to be, the valve needs to be released, yada yada yada. That was probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago. We just got our bill, and it used to be $175 for the gas and the hot water, and we got it today and it's $480. So we need to have our system replaced or looked at or something, because that is not liking that price. I like the idea of, I like this element. I really like. And I also really love, I think I might actually turn these into turn them into a set of numbers for the journals, because I think some numbers inside that sunflower will just look so pretty, and obviously size down the sunflower, but I really like how that looks. So I'm going to test that out for this month. You might see me play around with that in the studio vlog, because this is not a studio vlog, this is just a create with me. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a cold, but I am going to try my best not to. So I cut this out, and now where am I going to put the damn thing? Story of my life. Story of my life. I could make it a tab. Oh, that looks kind of cute with her covered up. Maybe I could put it underneath the Saturday. Excuse my sniffles. I need to move it over, otherwise it's going to get bent. So if I put it there, yeah, I think I like that. I like that. Even though it's a bit strange, I like strange. And I like all the layering of the colors and all that sort of thing. I like how this all looks. I do have more, like I bought more things from the actual gallery, but they're just they're a bit too big, and I knew that when I bought them. We all did, but I still wanted to grab them if I wanted to use them in, say, my A3 journal, which I have yet to film a video on because I bought 3. But this one's probably my favorite out of all of them, which is why I put this one here, because it's my favorite. And I also have like the booklet, and the booklet would fit in here, but if I tipped it in, it would just cover up the whole look, and I didn't want that. So I'm not putting the booklet in, but I was going to put one of the dates in there. I just need to grab my planner because I'm actually not sure what date it was. Okay, so it was the 16th of June. So I apologize for the lighting. I actually have my daylight lamp on at the moment because it's obviously nighttime here, and so it's a little bit of a harsher light than I like, but I didn't want to not film, because I had more footage that I needed to give you before I finished the video, and I decided not to do any watercoloring tonight because I just wasn't feeling the mood for watercolor. So I decided to just do the Copic markers and that sort of thing. Maybe you can put it here, June 16, yeah. But you will see some watercoloring in the studio blog for sure. Studio vlog, I should say, because there are a few things that I would like to watercolor. And I also have another bug to line and stuff. And I obviously didn't finish this on camera because I'm not sure of the coloring. I may have to print it back out because I did scan it, obviously. But I think I need to play with it a bit more. I'm not sure I did the right thing with the color choices. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. I think these look too close to Christmas, so I may have to change the color of this to something else somehow. Maybe go over it with a different color, or digitally fix it. We'll see. But I did obviously scan it. I may print out the scan and recolor it that way, but I always like the originals for the colors. But anyway, that was that. That's why I stopped working on it. I was like looking at it going, what are you doing? You're making it worse. You're making it worse. But yeah, I'm not down on what colors I chose. Maybe I could turn that into a navy blue. Let's see. Maybe I could tint it on camera and then we can train wreck it. See, that would look train wreck. Maybe I could change the spots to this color and leave the leaves the green, and then it won't look so bad. We'll color in the spots first and see how we go. Oh, I don't know. I'm not a fan of either way, so I have to work on that one. I don't think I like the blue. I don't like the green. we'll work it out. I'll work it out digitally. But I think I am going to leave it here for today, only because I know I have to go and wake my husband up in 2 minutes to see one of the World Cup matches, and I promised him that I would wake him up because he was trying to power nap his jet lag off, and my battery is flashing at me. So that is all with the create from me. I know I haven't finished, but it's very, very close to finishing, and I'll probably either finish it on camera or you'll see it in the Friday Pages blog post. There's not much more I could do. I could maybe draw a creature, which I am maybe gonna do. And if I do draw a creature, I will capture that on film for you guys, because I know you enjoy seeing me do that sort of thing. But I tried to do a more collage-y, non-drawing thing, so that some people who feel they can't draw feel a bit less intimidated by one of my journal pages than if I went and drew everything and that sort of stuff. So yeah, have a wonderful day, my loves, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye!